morning, friends. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Cody from Cody's Crochet, and welcome to this crafty market vlog. I'm currently in my car on my way to the market. It is a 2-day market and I'm very excited, although I am sick for the past week, so that sucks. But we have to log in and just get through the day today and tomorrow, and hopefully sell lots of stuff. So the drive is about 20 minutes. Setup time starts at 8 and it is exactly 7:40. So let's get into it. And I'm done. That was a lot, and my car is very hot, so I will keep this brief. I will now be driving home. It is currently 5:37 because we're allowed to pack up early. I'll see you at home. And I'm home. I had dinner and now I'm ready to talk about today. When I got in my car, it was so warm. I was honestly done, but today was good. I liked it. The atmosphere was really good, and the people that were there from like the organization team, they were very nice. And the weather was amazing, honestly. It was very sunny. It was great. It was warm. It was a little bit windy though, but that was fine. Honestly, like nothing really flew away. It's just my sign that I put up against my bar stool that I use as a table. That always like blew over, but it's a light object. I knew that would happen, so it doesn't really matter. But again, it was great. I liked it. This market had tons of people coming, and they started really flooding the place at 1 p.m, 1:30-ish, and then it just kept on going. And I sold a lot of stuff that I knew would sell, but I also sold some stuff that I didn't think would ever sell. I sold some old things. That was pretty exciting. And now I don't have them anymore. I don't need to carry them around anymore, and that's good. That's great. I love that. So there's that. We made 287 euros from today. We sold tons of mini loaf cats, regular loaf cats, some bookmarks, stuff like that. And the full list will continue tomorrow because this is a 2-day market. But yeah, it's great. Tonight I will try to whip up a few things, and then tomorrow I will restock my yarn bag because I did, like you saw, make 2 loaf cats. Well, you only saw one, I think, but I did make another one with another color, and they both sold pretty much at the same time, so there's that. So I need to refill my yarn bag. I also realized I forgot my chair. Yeah. But the house I was standing in front of belonged to a very nice elderly couple, and the I will call her a nice granny. She got me a garden chair out of her garden that was close by, and she was really nice in general. And she asked me if I wanted anything, like something to drink or something. So she was really nice. And today I didn't pack into my car. I was allowed to put my stuff into a nearby garage, or like, it was another booth, but it was like their booth from like the organizers. So I was allowed to put my stuff in there with my tent and my tables and everything. And I pretty much only took my yarn bags and my like regular bag, my carry-on with me, and everything else I left there. because it was lockable, so that was great. I love that. And yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. I will go through and write down the list of what's sold today, and also comp the money to make sure that everything is good, and then reset for tomorrow to make sure I have enough change, because I don't think I have 50-cent pieces anymore. Those all went out today. But yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. I am dead tired though, so I will see you tomorrow. See you then. Good morning, friends. It is Saturday morning right now. It is nearly 10 a.m. I want to leave at 10:15, 10:20. So I have a little bit of time to set up. The organizers were fine with me coming a bit later because they themselves were coming in later. So that wasn't a problem. And as we all saw yesterday, or as we all know, on markets, people don't stand in line to get in. They take a few hours to get there, so that's fine. I need to get going on packing my yarn back, so like refilling it and stuff. And I need to get the styrofoam head because I forgot that last time, and I need to get the chair because I also forgot that yesterday. So there's that. Other than that, I'm good. So let's get packing and then get going. Good morning, friends. It is Sunday now, and yeah. This market was amazing. I loved it. Yesterday was interesting for sure, because until like 3:30 p.m. there wasn't anyone walking by. Like, it was very sparse in terms of visitors, or they were just all caught on the same spot. I don't know what happened, but at 3:34 p.m. a lot of people came and a lot of people bought stuff, especially like higher ticket items or multiple smaller ones that just added up. So that was interesting. Totally different from Friday. So that's that. But it was super cool. I met a ton of nice people, and I also saw some familiar faces. So that's cool. I had nothing left. As you saw in some clips, the table was super empty. I even took down some display stuff because it was just making it look emptier than it actually was. And I like tried to fill out the table a little bit more with some other stuff I had that I didn't have out before, and like pushing certain things in a certain spot to make it look fuller. I was struggling to keep the table looking good, but I think in the end it was fine. We sold out of many items. I sold out of all of my bee keychains, all 3 sizes. I sold out of my big and small mini, or like the big love cats and the mini love cats. I sold out of all of those. I sold multiple bookmarks. I sold out some stuff that I've been keeping around for multiple years at this point. So I was really glad to see them go. But now we have the problem which is a nice problem to have. But now we have the problem. I have a market next week on Sunday, on Mother's Day, on the 10th of May, and I have literally nothing. I also sold both of my turtles. We sold the mini turtles on Friday already. And Stingray keychains, Stingray plushies, all of them are gone. And I need to catch up. I need to log in. And the next week I need to crochet every day after school, because I have my schooling in a different city. And just pray that I have enough for my Mother's Day market, because it's gonna be a lot. But I'm excited for that. So again, it's a very nice problem to have. The weather was very hot. By the time I arrived, I was able to arrive a tad bit later than on Friday because I didn't have to set up like everything. And they helped me set up because I was able to put my stuff in their garage again. And then they just helped me get it out and set up my tent and stuff like that. And I was set up in like 20-25 minutes. And it was already like 15-18 degrees by 11 a.m. And by noon, so like 1 p.m., it was over 20 degrees. It was super hot, and I was super glad I had my tent with me, because if I was standing out in the sun for 8 hours, I would have dropped dead, literally. I don't do well in heat. I would have collapsed at some point. So I'm glad to have my tent with me. And yeah, it was a little bit less windy than on Friday, which is good, but it was still windy. So the styrofoam head, which I remembered to bring this time, also my own chair by the way, the styrofoam head blew over a few times, 2 or 3 times maybe, and my sign also, but that's standard, like, that happens, doesn't really matter. I also had some like flyer cards from my Mother's Day market out, and some people took them with them Friday as well. So maybe we have some more customers that way. We'll see. But yeah, again, I'm really excited for that market. I need to prep, definitely, for the number you've all been waiting for. Total win this weekend was €616.50. That's a lot. I really didn't think yesterday was a good one because it was so sporadic the first multiple hours. And when the last 2 to 3 hours, it just came bam, bam, bam. It was like full on selling. So I didn't really have a visual. Like, it was so distorted, I couldn't really tell if it was a lot or not. I mean, I saw it at the end because I didn't have any stuff left. While sitting there, I was like, did I sell anything? I mean, I kept my list, but, you know, the feeling was just there. Like, it was so sporadic, it was very distorted, I couldn't really tell. But it was a lot. It was actually more than on Friday, because on Friday we made €290.50. And then yesterday, on Saturday, we made €341. And I also gave the organizers €15 for like the booth fee, because we were able to give them one out of free will. They didn't pressure you into doing it, but they very much appreciated when you did. So I gave them €15. So we made 341, but it was 326 at the end of the day. But yeah, that's a lot. I really like these 2-day markets. I mean, they're very exhausting for sure. I fell asleep like instantly. But I was home at, I don't know, when was I home? Like 7:40, 7:45. I'm not even sure when I got home, but it was super late, and I ate dinner at like 8:30 and was done at 9. And then I did all of this stuff, so like counting the money and stuff like that. And yeah, again, it was a lot, but it was cool. I liked it. I love the market. Very cool. I won't be able to do it anytime soon because it was a celebration of a jubilee, 750 years. So I would have to wait 50 more years for another big party to happen. And yeah, that's, you know, yeah. You know what I mean. Yeah. Again, super excited for next week's market. And then I have 2 weeks after that to prep for my third market I have in May, which is also a 2-day market. And that one is for a jubilee of 600 years. So there's that. Very nice, very excited, but also very tired. So I will rest in terms of market days, but I still have to market prep. So if you're interested in seeing the stuff I make, you can check out my Instagram and TikTok. It's linked on every one of my videos, as well as my Ravelry, if you're interested in buying patterns. And yeah, if you want to see more of what I sold, I will be making TikToks and maybe some Instagram reels about what sold at my markets, because I don't have the list of what sold completed yet, because I need to pack for my school week, so I don't have the time right now. And I also still need to unpack my car. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this vlog, even though it wasn't very long, I feel like. But I hope it was interesting to some extent. Thanks again, and I will see you next Saturday. Bye bye.